The potential debt traps on rent-to-own deals. Tonight, contracts and high interest rates leaving families drowning in fees and charges. But as you're about to see, there are ways to protect yourself.
It is unfair. It doesn't matter in any business. It's just not right for you to pay money and not get anything in return. It's absurd.
We didn't have to pay anything on the day. They simply got our details and direct debit was set up. We just signed up and yeah, we were locked into the contract.
They're angry, disappointed and say they've been taken for an expensive ride.
I did find it a bit sneaky, but not surprising. Yeah, they just wanted money off me.
I could have helped family. I could have bought food. I could have bought my own laptop.
For these Australians living on welfare, every cent counts, and that's why they turned to Radio Rentals to get what they needed.
I've used Radio Rentals off and on for probably 20 years. And if you need something quick, you understand that you've got to pay a little bit more.
53-year-old Warren Roach says he was charged around $30 a week, including insurance, to rent a laptop for study.
2 years into the contract, all it needed was a charger to be replaced. And I had to give it in for them to fix it. It's the rules of the contract.
But Warren claims he was forced to wait more than 18 months for the charger to be fixed.
They have no reason. It should take 3 or 4 days or a week. But 18 months to 2 years is bizarre. I feel like I've been robbed and I'm still being robbed.
While the laptop was in for service, Warren says he was still paying for it every single week.
I still feel silly. I didn't want to pay it. It got way beyond a joke. 18 months, over 18 months, to pay for something that you can't see it, you can't use it.
I said, no, this is enough. I can't even afford my rent.
Cody Scan was at his wit's end. He initially signed up to rent a new phone, but says he was convinced to get an iPad too.
It was a lot of money, so I think it was like $27 a week for the phone and $10 for the iPad, but because I'm only on Centrelink, that was just getting way too much, trying to afford everything.
His contract was linked to his Centrelink CentrePay, so Radio Rentals was paid directly.
I said, no, this is enough. I can't do it anymore, so I just posted it back in the mail to them, to their store.
Radio Rentals says they haven't received the products, while Cody says he still feels ripped off.
They didn't really care if I could afford it, and I think they take advantage of people on Centrelink.
It wasn't just until we signed up and realised that the interest rates were through the roof and we were locked into a really unfair deal.
Matthew Stevens says he feels cheated.
Definitely seems now, in hindsight, like it was a bit of a trap.
Matthew and his partner signed a contract worth around $20,000 to rent a fridge, bed, couch and home entertainment system. They agreed to parts of the lounge being second-hand, but say all the products were far from new.
And the items were definitely not worth $4,000 an item. I felt duped and I felt tricked.
I reckon it is unfair. They should have more of a set line where how much people can afford on Centrelink and just not approve them so easily.
It might seem like a good deal, but we see people every week who have paid thousands and thousands of dollars more than what the items were worth.
Claire Tacon's a financial counsellor at the Consumer Action Law Centre. Claire says they're now investigating if Radio Rentals were in breach of lending laws. She says there are other options for customers.
If you're struggling to make your payments now, you have the right to ask for hardship variations to your contracts.
During the pandemic, Radio Rentals closed all 62 of their shop fronts to move their entire business online. In a statement to A Current Affair, they told us that Matthew has been given a refund, Warren has been offered one, and they're still looking into Cody's case. The federal government committed to reforming the payday loan and rental industries in 2016, but so far, nothing has changed. This week, the opposition introduced a bill to remove rent-to-buy contracts access to CentrePay. In the meantime, South Australia is going out on its own to ban unsolicited advertising and early termination fees.
So we hope that other states follow South Australia's lead and introduce laws to make these products safer, fairer, more affordable for people.
It's only fair. They should compensate me to the value of for the time that I was paying and had no service.
Oh yeah, I'd say my advice would be just go the other direction.
In a statement sent to A Current Affair, Radio Rentals says it works closely with customers experiencing financial issues with the help of mediation and a specialist hardship team. The full statement is on our website.